Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0761, indicates an issue with the transmission's shift solenoid valve C, specifically that it is stuck in the off position. This code typically signifies problems within the automatic transmission system of the 2011 to 2017 Honda Odyssey. The shift solenoid valve is crucial for the proper functioning of the transmission, as it controls the fluid flow and pressure required for gear shifting. If this solenoid is malfunctioning, it can lead to improper gear shifts or complete inability to shift gears, severely impacting vehicle performance. The solenoid itself can be found within the transmission assembly, located near other solenoids that manage the transmission's operations. To effectively diagnose this issue, a comprehensive understanding of the transmission system and access to Honda's diagnostic tools, particularly the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, is essential. The error associated with DTC P0761 indicates a malfunction of the shift solenoid valve C. This component is part of the transmission assembly in the Honda Odyssey, responsible for regulating the hydraulic pressures that allow for proper shifting of gears. When the solenoid is stuck off, it prevents the transmission control module from receiving the necessary information to shift gears effectively, which can cause transmission failure. The location of the shift solenoid valve C is in the valve body of the transmission, making access to it challenging without removing several other components. Addressing issues with this solenoid is crucial, as it can result in significant drivability problems, including stalling and lack of acceleration. Technicians should also be aware that related components may also need inspection if this solenoid fails, leading to a more comprehensive repair process. There are several possible causes for the appearance of DTC P0761. The most common cause is a faulty shift solenoid valve C itself, which may be damaged or malfunctioning, preventing it from operating correctly. Additionally, the presence of metal debris or excessive clutch material in the transmission fluid can lead to blockage or failure of the solenoid, causing it to become stuck. Electrical issues, including poor wiring connections or damaged circuits leading to the solenoid, can also contribute to its failure, as proper signals from the transmission control module are essential for its operation. Each of these causes needs to be thoroughly investigated during the diagnostic process, as they can all affect the overall health of the transmission system. Technicians should ensure that they are checking both mechanical and electrical components to accurately identify the root cause of the issue. Several symptoms can signify that a vehicle is experiencing issues related to DTC P0761. One of the most noticeable symptoms is delayed or harsh shifting. You may feel the vehicle struggling to shift between gears smoothly, which can lead to uncomfortable driving conditions. Additionally, the transmission may become stuck in a particular gear, preventing the driver from shifting up or down as needed. This can cause limitations in acceleration and overall vehicle performance. Furthermore, warning lights on the dashboard, particularly the check engine light, may also illuminate, providing drivers with a signal that something is wrong within the transmission system. Recognizing these symptoms early can prompt timely diagnosis and repair, potentially preventing further internal transmission damage or failure. It is advisable to pay close attention to these signs and consult a professional mechanic immediately. The first troubleshooting step for diagnosing DTC P0761 is to warm up the engine until it reaches normal operating temperature, which can be indicated by the radiator fan engaging. The radiator fan plays a crucial role in maintaining the engine's temperature, and its activation is a sign that the engine is in an adequate state for further diagnostics. Once the engine is warm, it's essential to verify that the transmission fluid is filled to the proper level. Incorrect fluid levels can cause malfunctions in the shifting system. This involves visually inspecting the transmission dipstick for appropriate fluid levels, ensuring there are no leaks in the system. If fluid levels are low, it could be a sign of a leakage issue that needs to be rectified before further diagnostic steps can be pursued. Only after confirming that the engine is warm and fluid levels are correct should you proceed to the next step in the troubleshooting process. In the second troubleshooting step for DTC P0761, you need to inspect for any fluid leaks around the transmission area. Fluid leaks can severely affect the transmission operation, potentially leading to failures. Next, drain the automatic transmission fluid, ATF, through a strainer to ensure any debris or contaminants are collected. Inspecting the strainer is critical, as it can reveal the presence of metal debris or an excessive amount of clutch material, both of which could hinder the operation of the transmission. If you find substantial metal debris or excessive clutch material in the strainer, that indicates significant transmission wear, and replacement of the entire transmission should be considered. If there are no alarming findings in the strainer, proceed to replace the ATF with fresh fluid to maintain proper transmission lubrication and function. This step is essential to ensure that the transmission has the clean fluid necessary for continued operation. For Step 3 in troubleshooting DTC P0761, begin by turning the ignition switch to the on position, which powers the vehicle's electronics without starting the engine. You will then need to clear the detected DTC using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, a specialized tool used to diagnose and troubleshoot issues in Honda vehicles. Clearing the DTC resets the engine control module and allows the vehicle's systems to optimize and recalibrate without any previous error codes impacting the performance. After clearing the code, it is essential to prepare for a test drive to assess the transmission functionality. Carefully monitor how the vehicle behaves during the drive. You should take note of how many times the vehicle shifts, specifically in reverse gear, as this can indicate whether the problem persists or has resolved. This observational process helps in determining the condition of the transmission post-clearance of the DTC. In this step, the procedure involves test driving the vehicle in reverse gear to assess if the transmission is functioning properly. It is important to note the performance during the reverse drive in order to identify any intermittent failures. If the shifts into reverse are smooth and the vehicle moves as expected, this may indicate that the system might be okay at that moment, potentially indicating an intermittent failure that could involve deeper diagnostic scrutiny. If the vehicle does not move in reverse, it signals further issues that need exploration. It is suggested to repeat the reverse tests 2 to 3 times to confirm any observed issues. This thorough approach ensures that even minor hiccups related to shifting and gear engagement are recorded, supporting a more accurate diagnosis in the following steps. The fifth troubleshooting step involves selecting the shift solenoid valve C in the miscellaneous test menu of the HDS and checking its operation. This test is essential to confirm whether the solenoid is functioning correctly. Listen for a clicking sound during this operation. If you can hear this sound, it indicates that the solenoid is receiving signals to operate, but may have mechanical issues preventing its function. In such cases, inspect the reverse inhibitor valve or shift fork shaft, as these components can impact the performance of the solenoid. Should the clicking sound not be heard, it suggests a faulty shift solenoid valve C that will require replacement. Identifying the source of the clicking sound and taking appropriate action is crucial for restoring full function to the transmission. Following the completion of repairs related to DTC P0761, it is critical to perform a final verification to ensure that all issues have been adequately addressed. This includes a thorough test drive of the vehicle to assess if the transmission functions smoothly without any abnormal behavior. During the drive, it is crucial to monitor the shifts and ensure that the vehicle transitions between gears as expected, minimizing any disruptions. After performing the test drive, one should use the HDS to scan for any reappearance of the DTC that was present prior to repairs. If no issues were detected, it indicates a successful resolution of the problem, ensuring optimal transmission performance. Documenting this process as well is essential for future reference and to provide transparency to the vehicle owner regarding any concerns or repairs made. Preventive maintenance is vital in avoiding issues related to the transmission, specifically concerning DTC P0761. Regularly checking the transmission fluid levels can prevent contamination and wear, which may contribute to solenoid failure or other transmission problems. It is also advisable to schedule routine maintenance at prescribed intervals to keep all components of the transmission in good working order. Regular maintenance helps in identifying potential issues early, addressing them before they lead to significant failure. Keeping up with fluid changes ensures that the transmission remains lubricated and clean, essential for shifting performance. Educating the vehicle owner on the importance of preventive care is crucial in prolonging the lifespan and functionality of the transmission system. In summary, effectively diagnosing and repairing issues related to DTC P0761 requires a systematic approach that includes understanding the transmission system, component roles, and possible causes of failure. Each step in the diagnostic process plays a crucial role, from checking engine temperature to inspecting fluid condition and testing component functionality. The complexity of modern transmissions means that a thorough understanding of diagnostics using tools like the Honda Diagnostic System is paramount for accurate troubleshooting. Moreover, emphasizing preventive maintenance practices can significantly improve the longevity and reliability of the transmission system, preventing the occurrence of similar issues in the future. Overall, a combination of informed diagnostics, effective repairs, and proper maintenance will ensure that the Honda Odyssey operates at its best. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.